Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and welcome to Prime Time. A special welcome to my YouTube channel members, the video buffs, the creative queens, and the creative business builders. I'm so happy to have you here. Today, we are doing an amazing new technique that I discovered, and it's called the Blackout Reverse Embossing Technique. And I first saw it from Bree Wenwick from the Artisan Design team. I'm sure it's been around for a while, but I've never done it, and it is so dramatic. I think you're going to love it. So let's take a look. And it's hard to believe that a plain piece of cardstock and a plain thick white card plus this embossing folder, which is the 3D embossing folder. So then already the transformation happens, right? So you're turning this into this, and then we're going to add some markers and a black memento pad, and then we're going to get this. And I will show you. Okay, and the thing is, you have to take, this is the embossed piece, but we're going to turn it around, okay, because you're going to color in the recessed areas, in the debossed images. And then you have to decide, I think I'm going to do it like this because I want the big flower at the bottom. But you see, this one is going to be different than my original because I picked a different part of the embossing folder. So that's the cool thing that you can do. So let's get started. And the nice thing is that this is a perfect technique for someone who doesn't have steady hands, because it doesn't matter if you go outside of the lines, okay? So let's just get started. I'm going to do the leaves first, and I've also decided that I'm going to do it differently than Bree did. I think that those petals with the stripes are actually leaves and not flowers. So I'm going to see, that's my decision, and I'm going to see how that goes for me. So I'm going to do the leaves first. So I'll do all the things that I think are leaves. And once if you see them as leaves, then other people will also see them as leaves. Just like Bree did it as petals, and so I saw it as flower petals. Oh, this is creative license. And I also like this pop of green in there. This is called Lemon Lime Twist. Move it over a little bit. There we go. So I hope you guys are doing well today. And yeah, coloring always makes a person slightly reflective. That's why a lot of this happens for therapy. We're not allowed to say that stamping is therapy anymore. You can't make any unproven claims. But I think that if we did a poll of everyone who stamps and colors, makes cards, scrapbooks, I think we would all say that it's therapy. But I think it's safe to say that any hobby is therapy. The old-fashioned thing before there were such thing as hobbies, although I think there's always been hobbies. People just it's an economic thing. The less money you have, the less opportunities you have for hobbies. But in the past, people used to say that idle hands are the work of the devil. So if you've got nothing to do, you're going to get yourself into trouble. So, okay, here's some leaves yet. So you can see I am going over the edge a little bit, and that doesn't matter. Okay. Did I miss any? Oh, yeah, here. So, it goes fairly quickly because you don't have to worry about those edges. Oh yeah, here's a little leaf. And, okay. Now I'm going to do the little flowers. The wee little ones I did in Flirty Flamingo. And then the bigger ones I'm doing in Pumpkin Pie. Let's see, is there another little one here? And I've gone by the colors in the zinnia paper, okay, because I'm using a little strip of zinnia paper. So I kind of want a third flower. This one is a little bit smaller. I'm going to make this one Flirty Flamingo as well. Okay, and then the rest, oh yeah, here we've got some big ones. Oh, now I have troubles. Okay, I'm just going to make a few more Flirty Flamingo. with coloring, that's always the hardest part, is just deciding which colors to do. And okay, and here's another little one. Okay, I'm going to stop for a minute with the little ones. I'm going to do a few in pumpkin pie to see what the ratio is. That's pretty dark. Oh, I'm going to go with the lighter pumpkin pie. Just a second. I've got to find it. Okay. I've got the light pumpkin pie. Then I can always add a little bit of the dark over top. Because otherwise it has one dark petal. That's not good. So I'm just going to go like so. Excuse me. Here's another one. So yeah, you could get fancier and blend with two shades if you wanted to, but that just adds, depends who you're giving it to. Okay, so I have one, two, only three pumpkin pie ones. Oh, here's another one. And the rest are little ones, actually. You know what? I'm going to make this one a pumpkin pie one as well. There. And then I'm going to, oh, and maybe, no. And then the big ones are going to be berry burst. Okay, and I'm using the brush tip just because it's faster. Maybe on your first go you want to use the smaller one because you're afraid of going outside of the lines, but trust me, I could probably go even more outside the lines and, just to prove my point. But you don't have to be careful. And that's so nice. There. And then, did I get them all? I don't know what this is here. I'll just give it a little bit of color. Okay. All right. And now we're going to finish up with the berry burst. And this is the dark berry burst. The biggest flower is a little bit more deeply embossed, I find. So I'm not even worrying about that. And whatever little bits you miss, the black will get in there. That looks kind of cool. Yeah. I don't know if that was supposed to go, but I think, see, so this is a perfect mistake. There's such a thing. And we're going to see if the black covers that up nicely. And I think it will. So that'll give you an idea of how forgiving this technique is. So yeah, I do apologize. I mean, you can fast forward this bit if you are in a hurry, but that's the beauty of the primetime videos. You get to see all the detail, and I walk you through it a bit more than on a short reel. And then I'm going to pull in a few other elements. On my original card, I used the Encircled in Nature's dies. And this time I thought, you know what? I was trying to find out which other die sets that we have, and I don't know if any of you guys bought the Queen Bee set. It's still available. It's an online exclusive, and it also has some nice greenery. So that's what I'm using for this card, just to give you an alternative. And you can look in your own stash to see what you have. And you could even use the punch, the sprig punch would work. So this isn't a difficult card. This is the part that takes the most time. But I don't know about you. This feels really artistic. Just get in there. And I can't really see what I'm doing here. I don't know how this is going to work out, but when I cover it with the black, it's going to be perfect. I'm just going to go in here just in case. If it's not good, the black will get it. All right. Oh yeah, and now just the one in the corner here, and I see a little bit over here. We'll see. I'm just going to go up here too. I don't know. All right. And then this one here in the corner. And then the magic's going to happen. All right, so now it doesn't look like much, does it? Are we ready? I didn't even re-ink my black like I told you guys to. I always make sure you always store your memento upside down. And then do this with a good piece of background paper underneath. And now we're just going to go like this. See? Now, I'm going to, you can see how long I was doing that. I'm going to re-ink my memento and see what a difference it makes. So here's the re-inker. There, it's soaking it in quite well, so that means it was pretty dry. Okay. And that last little bit is just taking a little while to soak in. All right, let's have a look now. We're going to start at the other corner just to see. Yeah, that's better. See, and now I want to get rid of that too, so just keep going till it says dark as you want. And some of it will get in the flower, but that just makes it a more of a velvety look, a vintage. There. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? The colors just pop right out. I like it with the green. I think it looks better. I think those petals definitely were green. They were not flowers, the whole thing. Very nice, if I say so myself. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is, I've already done this. This is the piece that is, oh, let me move this. We don't need that anymore. That's ugly. Okay. This is the piece from the zinnias paper, and it's 1 1/8 by 4. And then I didn't trim this down. This was just a scrap. This is a little bit wider, but I think I'm going to, if it fits in, it doesn't matter. I don't mind that it's a bit bigger. It's probably 4 1/8 or 4 1/4. And then here is the greenery from the I'm not going to do it like that because that kind of looks like horns. This is from the bee. And those are the 2 dies. But what I was thinking to do is to cut this one. And then let's look at the original card. Yeah, they go in between. So you're going to adhere them like so. See, and it's just a little bit more. And then this one I'm going to trim down a little bit more to here. And I want it just to kind of go like so. So I'm going to flip this. And then, oh, you know what? I kind of like doing it. I'm not going to flip it. I'm going to get some adhesive, which is missing. Here it is. I lost my lid. So I'm going to see if this still works. It's been lidless for 2 days now. Oh yeah, it's still working. So I'm just putting this on the back. And then I'm going to hold it up like this. And then this one's going to go, I'm just going to tuck it on. And then maybe a bit more. Okay. So I know where it wants to go. And then for stability. Let's see. I'm going to pop it up with the dimensional and put that right over top of the two. So, and then I had this little one going down. I kind of had it like this. Is that going to work? Oh, look at that. That just goes. Okay. So I'm going to just grab a piece from the edge. You know what? I've got to go a little. This should be called tear and it's the dimensionals, but you can tear them. There. We're just going to ignore that glue on the back because we don't need it anymore. There we go. And it's just such a shame to, I don't want to cover up that whole nice big flower, so I'm going to put mine a little bit lower on this. Okay. It's almost empty. There we go. Liquid adhesive is also a great one to use because it gets into the little divots of the card. So I'm going to put it like so. Slide it a bit so that it's even. Okay. And now this piece is going to go over top. There. And now I'm going to add more dimensionals. I'm going to just clean my hands. They've got a bit of glue on them. That happens. And you know what? I'm just going to use my edge pieces from there. So it's a great way to use up your edge pieces. Corner. And here. And then on the bottom yet. And then I'm done with this sheet of dimensionals. One in the middle. Peel off all the backings. Sometimes you forget and then you wonder why it's not sticking. There. And now we're going to get our thick card base in place. Flip it over. And this has a bit bigger of a wider edge. So it's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and that just allows it to pop a little bit more. And you know what? I noticed that this is slightly crooked, but oh well. I also have a bee from the queen bee. How cute is that? Isn't that neat? So the queen bee is still available. This is the stamp set, and it's really lovely. I love this one for vintage stamping, and the little bee and the little flower are great for background stamps. And then, so there you can see some of the things that I've saved. I don't have a, here's some of the little dies, and I don't have a magnetic thing here. Normally I keep them on a magnetic thing, but here's the other die that I use for the greenery. And then here. I seem to be missing a die though. I should have a die to make that bee. Oh well, I'll find it. Maybe it's in the baggie. Anyway, that is a wrap. Oh yeah, I need to put this bee on with the dimensional. Okay, just a second. So here's the bee, and I just flipped his wings a little bit, and you can see how cute that is. So I'm going to have to look for that bee. And then in the inside, yeah, I could just, you can stamp anything you want, really. Words fail to express my gratitude. I do want to fix this. It's slightly crooked and it's bugging me a little bit. It shouldn't. Good enough is good enough. But let's put this two beside each other and you can see how much more the flower pops now that it has leaves around it. Yeah. So it's always a discovery when you are crafting. You learn things all the time. Um, yeah, I'm happy with it. I hope you love this technique. I would love to see what you do with it. I hope that you have a super day. Bye. All right, I said bye, but no, I'm back. I thought, you know what, you need to see the zinnia paper. So this is the piece that I took, and I actually spilled a little water on it for my chamois. So this is the piece that I used for the card, and then this is the other side of that. And then we have this little zinnia paper. And I love this petal pink polka dot. And it's crazy, eh? It's super colorful. So I was also thinking that this might be a nice piece to put in the inside because it coordinates. And look at this. It was meant to be. I have a piece right here. Okay, I'm going to lay that aside. But you can see how pretty this paper is. So lots of possibilities here. This is pretty too. Just really tone on tone. The sun is coming out. How nice is that? The green paper reminds me of Jack and the Beanstalk. I love that fairy tale. Okay, so that's the paper. And I am going to use a strip of this. So we're going to just do that in the whole inside. So 5.5, and for me in Europe it's 14.85. Now I find this a little bit wide, so I'm going to cut it down to about 3/4 of an inch. There. And now let's have a look and see what a difference that makes. So inside the card, and see, just like so, and then you can say, you can stamp something. Let's put that in. And maybe since I've decided that this is a thank you card, oh look, this is pretty too, but the flowers are sideways. Do you think anybody would notice? It works. Okay, but I'm going to use the green side. Give it a good shake. All right. Here. Oops. Slide it down, even it out. This is why I like liquid adhesive. I can move it around. Okay, I'm going to grab the stamp set. So here is the Simply Zinnia stamp set. And so I did, on the one card, I did words fail to express my gratitude. And then the other, I did sending flowers and thinking of you. So on this one, I'm just going to say thank you so much. And then here are the dies that go with it. So I could have used these as well, these branchy ones. So lots of choices. Okay, thank you so much. Put that on a block. I need to trim this down. It's got a bit of an edge. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. Now sometimes Memento, when you've re-inked it, doesn't ink evenly, and then you don't get a real nice even stamp. So we're going to find out. Thank you so much. Well, that worked out very well. And of course I had a wee little bit of ink on my fingers, so we've got a signature mark, but I'm going to be writing over that, so hopefully no one will see it. So there's the card. I'm really happy with it. All right, guys, thank you so much. If you are a YouTube channel member, make sure you tell your friends about it. Word of mouth is the best advertising. I hope that you feel inspired. I hope you're enjoying the PDF tutorials, and I hope that it's a bit early. It's only Thursday, but I do hope that you have a wonderful weekend. And you know what? Live your life so much that the weekends don't have to be the thing that makes it life good. Enjoy every day. Enjoy every moment.